Hello and welcome to our Flash series. We are starting Chapter 7, Advanced Animation. And in our first video, we're going to be looking at how to copy and paste motion itself. So let's get in and start that. Well, as you can see, we haven't opened anything yet. So let's go and do this. Let's go to File and Open. And we're going to look for lesson 7 now. As I've said before, my lessons are on the desktop. We're on lesson 7 now. And we've got lots of things. We've got SkyPod start, SkyPod done, and the Swift file, which I'll show you in a minute. Let's just open up SkyPod start. Okay, now this is going to be quite an involved chapter, so we're going to change it from SkyPod start to SkyPod working. So let's do File, Save As, and I'm going to leave it in the same folder. I've got the SkyPod start, but we're going to just have it there, and I'm going to go Save. Okay, now let's have a look at the finished product. We'll minimize this. I'm going to go into my folder, into 7, and let's open up the Swift file, and you're going to see lots of things happening here. So we've got bone tools, rotation, blurring, masking going on, and warping of a shape. So lots and lots of different things. So let's see and start to get things started. So we'll come out of that, and we'll come out of this and back into Flash. Okay, so what you're going to need to do first of all is to close down these folders. And yes, these are layers, and you can put layers in folders. So let's just condense these at the moment. And we've got lots and lots of things going on here. So your taglines may be closed. Just open that up so we've got information there. Now then, we need to start creating some motion tweens. So what I want you to do is I want you to go and open tag phrase. So if you ever want to make it a little bit wider, just find the line and you can do that. So we're going to be in tag phrases. I'm selecting jam, which is obviously this symbol down here, or this instant of a symbol. And I'm going to right click, and I'm going to go and do a motion tween. Right, well that takes me up to here. But I want to make it a little bit longer, so I'm going to take my cursor to the end, and you'll see it becomes 2 arrows. Hold your left finger down and drag it to 40 and do that. There we go. Okay, so we've gone and extended it. Now, we need to add some blurring to this. So I'm going to take it back to number 1 and select that. And what I want to do is make sure I've got jam selected here. And I want to go and click on the jam instant, and this brings up all of these properties. Well, I'm going to minimize everything except where it has filters, and once I'm in the filters, I'm going to need to add a filter. So to do that, I'm going to go and click here. So I'm going to click on here, and I'm going to click blur. Now once I'm in blur, the settings needed for frame 1 are going to be 15. So I've just clicked on that. Click it on again, so you've got it there, and high. So we have that effect. Okay, so we are making good progress. Now let's just minimize the filters at the moment, and let's just go to the color effect. And once I'm in the color effect, if I pull this down, I'm interested in alpha. And when I'm on the alpha point, I will want to do this. I want to click on alpha, and yours may well be on 100. I want you to take it all the way down to 0 so that the jam word disappears. Right, now let's move this timeline over to 15. And once I'm on 15, I want to move the alpha slide up to 100. So I need to make sure I've clicked here and I've clicked on the instant, and I'm going to move it all the way up to 100. Now that I've gone and done that, you'll see that I've got a new keyframe which has been created on frame 15. Right, let's take the timeline all the way up to the end to 40. And on frame 40, under where it is filters, so I'm going to click and I'm going to close effects and I'm going to open up filters. I'm going to turn the blur X and the blur Y down to 0. And so we're going to get that effect there. Right, let's see what that looks like. So I'm going to press the play button. And I'll show you one more time. And we have the jam word slowly materializing from a blurred look. Right, we want to be able to use that effect on other layers as well. There's a quick way of doing that. So I want you to right click on the jam layer. And from our drop down menu, you're going to see what is called a copy motion. So go and select the copy motion. And once you've gone and copied that, you basically copied all the effects and the colors. Now go to frame 1 on the dance layer and right click, and from there I want you to go and paste motion. And by doing that, you've gone and created a tween span on that current layer, which is going to have the same length and include all of the same animation behavior as we've just gone and done with jam. Right, let's go and do it one more time, and this time doing it with the skip layer. So we're going to right click and paste motion. Okay, so we've done all of that. Let's see what it happens now. So we're going to press on the play button, and you can see that the jam, the dance and the skip words are all under and using the same animation. Great, so we've done quite a lot there. We've looked at copying and pasting motion. We've looked in a bit more detail into the filters and using the blur effect and the alpha effect. So go and have a go at that. And then once you've gone and done that, come back, and in our next video, we'll talk about creating motion presets. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye.